Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet, and welcome to the yarn room. Yep, I made it upstairs. I filmed a couple of videos already. They're coming out before you see this one. And Roy got up from his nap and we ate, and I just had so much to say and I needed to break it up into multiple videos because otherwise it would have been 9 hours long, and nobody wants to watch me for that long at one sitting. So welcome to any new subscribers. I appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoy the content, and I hope that you come back. And for all my old friends, hey, we're back in the yarn room, so thanks for joining me here. What are we going to talk about today? Today is, you're going to be seeing this on Friday, so it's Frog It, Fix It, or Finish It Friday, right? And I have some of those things to talk about. Or I guess I should say Friday, right? Everybody's all excited that it's Friday. And I also received my Mary Maxim quarterly kit, Afghan kit. It is still in the bag. I have not opened it. I'm very anxious to see. So do you want to see it first, or do we want to frog it or fix it? Let's do the frog it or fix it and get that out of the way. So first of all, I know I told you guys I had these couple of baby puzzle from Ice that I wanted to make. I was inspired by Lisa from Happy to Hook Crochet, and the sweaters, the hexie cardies she was making for her grandkids, and I thought my grandkids might like sweaters out of this. And the bright orange one, they did not. So that's it. So there's that. This is the bright orange, and I didn't even show them this one because I have the two colors, and I have two little grandkids. If one wanted and one did not, then I was going to be in a pickle because I don't have a third choice of color. So I did work up a swatch so they would have an idea of what it looked like. And I'm going to tell you, this is very soft, nice yarn. I like the yarn. It does say that it's a 2-weight, but it was working up really kind of quick for, you know, that's the size of the yarn. To me, it looks, maybe just, it's fluffy. It's very fluffy, so it looks fatter than what it actually works into. Like if you like stretch it, it gets more thin. But there's a lot of dark, muddy looking colors. It's hard. I don't know if you can, I don't know if you're getting that, but you might not be getting that. So you've got some that looks like when you look at this, you look, oh, you can see, well, in the sun you can, when the sunlight's coming through my window, which is not happening right now. There's a lot of like bright green in here, but when you actually work it up, not that much bright green. It's more dulled, muddied colors, and I think they weren't real thrilled with the colors. And maybe I will look at the orange and try again with the orange, but I'm afraid that it's going to muddy up. But it's so much brighter than the green. I thought for sure the older of the two little ones, Ariana, would like this, but maybe she just doesn't like green. But you know, it's being, if she was going to like either of them, she was going to like this one. And so that's why I worked up this one and showed this one, because I mean, I could still make the other one for Avery and show, I know Ari won't like that. But if Ari doesn't like it, then Avery probably isn't going to like it either. You know how that goes? So just because her older sister doesn't like it, so she can't like it either. So anyway, this is how this worked up, and the kids weren't happy with it. So this is a frog it, sadly. But really, with as much stuff as I've got going on right now, not too upset about the fact that I've got to frog that. Frogging is definitely faster than crocheting. So it's going back in the bag, and it's going to go back on the shelf for another project. I'm not even really going to frog it until I use it. It fits in the bag that way. Okay, that one's done. Then I have this other. Now this is, I'm not sure if it's a frog or a fix, or a fine. That's the other option. Frog it, fix it, or it's fine. I don't know. This is my multivalence. I haven't worked a great deal on it. I have not finished the first, well, I did finish the first section. I just don't know if it's right. So the multivalence is a pattern that you're getting once a month from Chandy at Expression Fiber Arts. And we don't know what it's supposed to be. We don't know what it's supposed to look like. It's a mystery. Crochet along. This is what they're, this is what you get. This is what you get to know about. That's a beautiful sunrise, sunset. I don't know, but it's beautiful. And it's by Expression Fiber Arts. I am using a 5mm hook and 2-weight yarn. The ladies have told me I should only be using a 4mm hook, but I started it with a 4mm and I didn't like it. It was too tight, I think. Then I did it with the 5mm and I liked it better, but now I think it might be too loose. 4.5 probably would have been fabulous. It is what it is. If I have to frog the last 2 rows, maybe I'll frog the whole thing. But these last 2 rows, I'm not sure that I did them right. So I have to go talk to the girls. They will know. Several of the Zoom aunties have made this and they're way ahead of me. I think all of them are ahead of me. Maybe not way ahead. Well, most of them, yeah. And that's fine. This is the yarn that I can't remember why I had to rewind it, recake it. But I think it had something to do with I could not find the outside edge. I've been stressing over this. Well, not really stressing, but it keeps bothering me. Why did I recake this? I needed the yarn to go light to dark, and then the next one will go dark to light, so that the edges are the light color in case I need to add to it in white, because I don't have enough of this, if that is the case. I have 2 of these, so I could not find the outside edge. So I think I recaked it from the inside out so I could find the outside edge, because it was all wrapped in there so well. I just kept pulling the cake apart to find the outside edge to get to this. I think that's what happened, because I was like gonna knot up and I wasn't finding the outside edge. So this is where I'm at on the end. This is the last row 9 is the end of the first section, and that is where I am. So it's maybe a little too loose, but maybe not. Don't mind these strings over here and my string back here. I didn't, I want it to be, well, how could it not be kind of drapey with this yarn anyway? But I'm not sure if I did this part up here right. Any of this or this. So, I'm not sure if it's a frog it and fix it, or it's fine, finish it. I just don't know. So, frog, fix, fine, fabulous. I'm not sure. But I'm liking it so far, and I'm not really finding the pattern hard to understand. I just am not that great at pattern reading. And so it says do this and then repeat 2 times. Does that include the first time? So you're really only repeating it 1 time? Or do you need a total of 3? It says, do this step. Half double crochet. Chain 2. Repeat 2 more times. Repeat twice. To the end. Or something like that. Well, does that repeat twice mean 2? So I should have 3 or I should have 2. Like do it and then repeat it for a total of 2, or do it and then repeat it 2 more times for a total of 3. That's my problem with a lot of pattern reading, and there was no stitch count. She gives stitch counts all through this thing, but on this last row there was no stitch count, so I don't know. And it wasn't half doubles. I just don't want to say what it was, but I don't know if I'm supposed to have 2 or 3 of these in here. And I'm not sure if I did this row right at all. So, no. I think this row is right. This row right here, this like chainy row right here. Not sure if I did that right. I mean, it seems very holy and flimsy to me at this point. And I don't remember the other girls from what I have seen of theirs. I don't remember it being all this flimsy here. Maybe it's because I'm using a hook that they're telling me is a size too big, but I tend to lean towards, I think I'm reading the pattern wrong. So I put it up. I thought I'm not continuing, and I'm only using this, you know, I'm using this yarn is, I think it's from Hobie, and I got it as a gift from Laura, who bought it, I believe, in a mystery bag from Hobie. Laura from Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. And so it's self-striping. It's going to change colors and do that ombre thing, and I think it'll be beautiful no matter what this turns out to be. I think it'll be beautiful ombreing like that, light to dark to light again. So far it's circular. Everybody's that I've seen is circular, so I don't know if it's going to stay circular the whole time or if it's going to change like Sophie's Choice does, or Sophie's Universe, Sophie, whatever that blanket is, you know, goes from round to square. I don't know if that's doing this. I don't know. We don't know anything, but everyone's that I have seen through part 2 is still round. But I'm not, I will hopefully, before the next time I show you, well, definitely before the next time I show you this, I will figure out if I'm doing it wrong or not. And if I'm doing it wrong, then we will need to fix it, because I am doing it. But I just want to do it right, and I want to find out that it's right before I go too much further. Then now we have the Mary Maxim quarterly Afghan blanket is what I buy. It is with shipping $35. I think when I started getting this, I've been getting it, I think this is my 4th one, so about a year now. I haven't made one of the blankets yet. I did give one of them away, with the favorite one that I had at the time, to a giveaway donation thing. So somebody purchased that on a donation site, and you know, somebody was doing a drive. I don't remember which one I gave it to, but anyway, that was the one I liked the best. I liked the yarn the best, but the last one I really liked the yarn too. It's upstairs in the studio room. That's where I've been keeping these. I liked the yarn, but I didn't like the pattern. There hasn't been a pattern that I've really fallen in love with that they've given to me, so I haven't really messed with it too much. From some people that I have seen opening these, they say that the yarn is discontinued yarn, so that tends to make me not want to make the pattern, because what if I crochet not at the same gauge, and then you run out, and then you can't buy the yarn. But let's see. Ooh. Oh. My daughter would love this yarn, I can tell you that right now. It's great. This is worsted yarn, Mary Maxim, all gray. Oh, 4-day throw crochet pattern. Look at all these cables in there. Can you guys see that? Oh, let's check this out. My daughter would love this. She would love the color. She would love the pattern. Okay, first let's, ooh, it's a thicker pattern. It's stapled together. It is, oh goodness. Here's a checklist to keep you on track of your rows. Oh dear. Well, it's written in big words. You know, the print is big, so that's good. So it's not as scary, because it's not like with tiny print, so you've got 96 pages. But there are literally 15 pages, and there are graphs. with symbols that I do not recognize. And you're supposed to make this in 4 days. See that? 4-day throw crochet pattern. Alrighty. Amanda's trying to make, the last I heard, a cable pattern. Well, let's see about the yarn. Because if it's got what looks like it could have wool in it, I don't know. Oh, it's soft. Mary Maxim worsted yarn, 4 weight. I guess you get 11 of these. Wait, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I got 11. It is very soft. It is says it's a 4. Okay, wait. Color is called silver. Made in Turkey. Approximately 218 yards, 200 meters, 90% acrylic, 10% polyamide, 100 grams, 3.5 ounces. That's a thicker 4. It's got a little bit of a halo. Can you see? I don't know. It's a gray, black halo. A little bit of a fuzz. I don't know if you can see it on there. I like it. I like it a lot. It is very nice and soft. It looked like it would, in the bag, I thought it would be rougher. But it's not. It's soft. It's very scarfable. It's very cuddly. It would make a really nice blankie. Nice soft blankie. I like it. This is the second one that I like. So the one I don't remember the yarn, but the one that I gave away was like a landscapes kind of yarn, and it was in purples. And I really liked that one. I didn't like the blanket that they had with it. I don't think I was real thrilled with the pattern. I don't remember. But I really liked the yarn. Then the next one I got was cotton. I really liked the yarn, but I did not like the pattern at all. I remember that. Then there's this one, and then the other one I have upstairs, I don't remember what it is. Besides that it's upstairs. I'll have to look. So this is the Mary Maxim quarterly Afghan kit. I should have brought my laptop up to see more information about the yarn. I was going to do this downstairs with the laptop with me, and I'm sorry, I forgot. I forgot to bring it up. But that is all that I have for you today now on the Frog It or Finish It. I do want to remind you, be prepared. March Amigurumi Wars is mine, and there is going to be a special thing. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to work it yet, but anyway, so get your amigurumi working, because we're going to do Amigurumi Wars next month. I have 2 projects in mind. Neither of them are a blanket. Like that blanket. Not happening. Not next month anyway. Okay, guys. It's getting late. I am starting my new job in the morning from filming this. I'm filming this on Tuesday. So I start my new part-time job tomorrow. So cross your fingers for me. It will have been already passed by the time you see this, but like I said, I'm trying to get filmed up so that I have to get all this out of my head, or I forget what I need to say, and then it gets all boggled up, and I get in the video and I forget half of, it doesn't all come out, and then I'm like, oh damn, I forgot to say that. Darn, I forgot to say that. And that's what happens. So I had a lot of things, and I just want to do a little at a time, and I wanted to get ahead, but now I'm pretty much caught up. I did work on one more thing, but it's only 3 rows and you can't tell, so it's not worth even talking about. So I think I'm pretty much caught up through the weekend, and then we'll have to see what happens, because I'm going away this weekend. So I now can focus on my new job for the next 2 days, then go to my regular job and get ready for my trip and not have to worry about, did I get you guys all the information on everything that's been going on? Oh, I know. My husband says I always do this. It's like Columbo, right? You always say you're going to be gone and you're done, and then you keep going. I thought of more stuff. I did. Oh, I think I told you yesterday that I crocheted, or I sewed. But I did also, I wanted to apologize to Dory from Dory Did It, and to Jaxie. I know I owe you guys some yarn balls. When I broke my wrist, it was the last day of camping season, and we had the truck loaded with all of the junk that we were bringing home, and brought it home and threw it in the basement, which you know I call the dungeon, and that's where I do my stained glass, is in the dungeon. And if you saw it, you'd know why I call it the dungeon. And it just all got shoved and shoved and shoved, and I couldn't do anything because of my broken wrist. And as my wrist got better, I didn't want to do the glass yet, and the basement was a mess. Well, then we found out that Roy had a hernia and needed surgery. So then he had his surgery. He couldn't help me in the basement to get rid of all of the stuff, all the camper stuff, because we bring home most everything from the camper. We don't leave it there overnight. Or over the winter. We get mice and chipmunks in there last year, and so I don't leave clothing. I don't leave anything that they could nest in. You don't leave anything that's liquid. Obviously, you don't leave any food. So most everything comes home, and it's in bins and boxes, and then it's like, oh, we're not going to bring that stuff back next year, and so then we like have to resort it out, and so it's a big project that we work on before we go to camping again the next year. And anyway, this past weekend, I did, Roy and I worked in the basement, and we cleaned out the dungeon, got rid of junk. I got my stained glass table cleared off, and I started working on some of that again, to get your yarn balls out to you. So they are in process. They are being worked on, and hopefully it won't be too much longer, because now I can get to the table, I can use the table, and I have started cutting, I have started soldering, and so there is in separate stages of doneness, but we are working on it. So that is one thing I did want to get out there. I am working on them, and I do appreciate your patience and your understanding, because I know it's been a minute, and I do not forget, and I do apologize again, and I will probably work on some of that over the next before the weekend, before I go. I'll probably work on that again more. I want to. I'm at the all the cutting is done on all of them, for all the pieces. They're all cut out, but they need to be filed, and it's the slow, tedious parts come next. So, but I am going to be working on them. So that's the end of that conversation. And listen, guys, I will see you in the next video, whenever that happens to be, but I'm caught up for a while, so it gives me more time to work on stuff. I'll talk to you later. Have a great rest of your day and a great weekend, since you'll be seeing this on Friday. Bye.